last year I drove the Mark IV MX5 tuned by BBR and I absolutely loved it. 250 brake horsepower, 0-60 in 5.3 seconds in a Mark IV MX5. It was fantastic. Had just one problem. £30,000 on MX5 is a lot of money. Well, what if I told you there was a way you could get the same performance, the same power in an MX5 for half the price? Well, think no more. This is a Mark III MX5 tuned by BBR. So let's see what it's like. Oh yes! Oh yes! I like this! I like this a lot. Let's start by dealing with the elephant in the room, which is the NC. Of the 4 generations of the MX5, the NC could be argued to be probably the least desirable. It was the biggest and the heaviest of all of the MX5s. The Mark I, well, it was the iconic MX5. It was sort of like the British sports car that was finally built properly. And as such, the prices of Mark Is are now starting to go through the roof. Mark IIs are following not that far behind, to be honest, because they are quite close. MX5. The Mark III was a lot bigger and also a lot heavier, which, if you're buying a 2-seater lightweight sports car, you don't really want it to be heavier. And Mazda dealt with that with the Mark IV. They chopped a load of weight out of it and it got a lot smaller again. Which means the Mark III sort of sits in between those two. And as such, the prices of these now are unbelievably low. You can pick up a Mark III MX5, and not even one that needs to go to the scrapyard, perfectly usable for less than £2,000. But what drives the price down is the fact it is a bit heavier and it doesn't have that same sparkle, if you like, of the Mark I, Mark II and the Mark IV. I think BBR have managed to put that sparkle back into the Mark III with this kit. So let me talk you through the kit. Like the Mark IV that you saw in the last video, this has got a supercharger, it's got that front mount intercooler, it's got a remap, it's also got a 4-to-1 manifold, a lovely exhaust system, and they're fitted new suspension, new brakes, new wheels, new tyres. And as I said in the last video, if you are going to look to get more power out of your car, you should also look at how it's going to deal with it when it comes to stopping and cornering and handling. Now, all the bits that go on this car, we're just going to get straight to it, cost about £10,000. But the entry point to buying this car is a lot lower. So what do you get when you strap a supercharger to your Mark III 2-litre MX5? Well, the power goes up by 90 brake horsepower. That's from 160-ish to about 250. And torque, that goes up from, I think it's about 139 to 213. That's like adding, I don't know, 50% more to what you'd already got. And I'm going to be really honest with everyone now. The Mark III is probably my least favourite of the MX5s. Was. Now I've driven this, there is a real treat to be had in the range, because the Mark III, as I said, is probably at the bottom of its value at the moment. Mark 1s have gone up, Mark 2s are following, Mark 4s aren't depreciating that strongly at the moment. Mark 3s, however, are right in that trough. You could pick up one of these for less than £2,000. 5 would buy you a really good one. Take it down the road to BBR, spend 10 grand on it, have this kit fitted to it, and you have got something really rather wonderful. Listen, The Mark III was slow, have a go in this. Absolutely fantastic. And what's wonderful about it is you can have a tremendous amount of fun, and it feels like you're going really, really quick, and actually you're still within the speed limits. You're not going to lose your license, but you're going to have a smile from ear to ear. I really do think that BBR have truly worked a miracle in this car. I'm not saying that the Mark III was bad. It's not a bad car. It is a good car, but look at what it's competing with. It's a bit like being Lewis Hamilton's brother. I'm sure he's a very good racing driver, but of course his brother is also a very good racing driver, and that's the same with the Mark III MX5. You know, the Mark 1 is superb, the Mark 2 is superb, the Mark 3 is great, and the Mark 4 I think is the best of all of them, but that's my own opinion. You can disagree in the comments. This has put it right next to that Mark 4. If the Mark 3 came out the factory like this, they wouldn't be at that price point they are now. What a mega little car this is. Now there are going to be some people, because they were in the last video, oh, well, if you're going to spend £30,000, why don't you buy a Porsche? Yeah, you could buy a Porsche, let's be honest. Very similar formula. Open roof, 2 seats, manual gearbox, rear drive. I had a look on Auto Trader just before filming this. 15 grand buys you a 987, high mileageist 987 as well. Let's be honest, you know, it's going to be a 2011, 2012 car, so you're looking at a 12-year-old Porsche with say about 90,000 miles on the clock. That's going to need maintenance, absolutely. And Porsche maintenance ain't cheap. And the 0 to 60 time on those, depending on the engine and gearbox and so forth, is about 5.5, 5.6 seconds. The 0 to 60 time on this is 5.3. So it's quicker, and it's going to be cheaper to run and cheaper to maintain, and dare I say more reliable. And I tell you what, it feels really quite special, this one. What I love more about this one compared to the Mark IV is you can hear a lot more of that noise coming from the Super. Can you hear it? It sounds like, listen. It sounds like an episode of Star Wars going on under the bonnet. You might be wondering, okay, so the suspension's been changed on it. What has that done to the ride and handling? I mean, it's a 2-seat sports car. Of course you want it to be firm. I am really impressed with the ride on this car. Yes, it's firm, but it's not too firm. It's firm enough that if you take it on track, it's going to handle incredibly well. How much I would love to spend tomorrow on track with this. Unfortunately, I'm at the MX5 Owners Club Rally in this. Can't wait to see you all. If you want to watch the highlights from that video, it's up here. Go watch it. I just can't get over how good this car is to drive. The burble from those twin pipes is beautiful. It's not in your face, you know, it's not a pop and crackle map, those idiotic bang, 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 which just sound ridiculous. This, it just burbles on the overrun. It's subtle, it's lovely. Any feelings that this car was, you know, a bit lethargic, a bit heavy, lacking a bit of performance are gone, completely gone. All the way through the rev range, pulls beautifully. That's one of the nice things with having a supercharger, is the fact that it's a very linear power delivery. You don't get spikes in performance, you don't get sudden urges which you would with a turbocharger. It's just always there ready to go. What it actually makes it feel like is a much bigger engine than what it is. And from what I've read, the supercharger actually suits it even more on track. It runs a bit cooler under the bonnet as well, which you don't want to get in too hot, losing performance, cooking the internals of the engine. I've also read that the gearbox in the Mark III is a bit stronger than the Mark IV. So let's have a think about it, shall we? Mark IV is going to cost you more to buy. People worry about and have talks about the gearboxes being a bit soft and a bit weak, so you might be a bit nervous throwing extra power and performance through it. And this is slightly bigger, and it's half the price, yet has got pretty much the same performance. And if you go for the facelifted one, I think it looks damn pretty. I think the front of it's lovely, the way they've got rid of the circular, curvy front and made it a bit more angular, and the back end's really, really tight, especially with that little ducktail spoiler. It really does pose the question of, why would you have a Mark IV tuned MX-5 over a Mark III? That's what I've been pondering pretty much all day. It's an absolute performance bargain, and it's not like it's gonna blow up or you know, it doesn't feel cheap at all. It doesn't feel aftermarket. It feels like Mazda built it. This, for me, is what the Mark III should have felt like all along, and what BBR have done in this is even more impressive than what they did in the Mark IV. I'm sold. Where do I sign? Now, if you've enjoyed this video, can I ask a favour? Underneath you'll find a thumbs up. If you hit that, it works with the YouTube algorithm and helps put this video in front of more people just like you. And if you've really enjoyed it, please think about hitting that subscribe button, and also check out my review of the Mark IV MX5 as tuned by BBR. And also you can find all the highlights from the MX5 Owners Club National Rally, their big 30th anniversary rally, which celebrates 35 years of the MX5. So make sure you check out all of those videos. All that's left to say is thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Our kid there, he's not wearing all the gear all the time. Can you hear that supercharger?